Okay, so I've got everything set up here, right? What's the stop loss, right? High a day, about $1 away, right? So you know that it's $1 away, right? Then on these 115 puts, you know you're going to sell off by about 10%, right? Because it's a 35-cent delta. Contracts are about $3, right? We'll be okay, I think. So took an L on this Tesla here this morning, right? The issue with this trade was that I was too aggressive identifying market conditions pre-market. That led to me making compounding negative decisions that led to a rushed entry, right? This should have been a trade that I avoided. So identified strong bullish conditions. Should have never been looking for a strong bearish setup here this morning. Okay, so now I want to look on this fake out here. All right, guys, I am in. Average price $295 on these 115 puts. Maybe a little bit early on my entry here, but I'm okay with it. $295. So right away, right, made a negative decision after a bad pre-market plan and rushed an entry price. So didn't really wait to get close to that stop loss. Didn't give myself that much space to sort of survive my buffer here. And instead, right, rushed into a decision. So I rushed into a decision because I was too presumptive or too aggressive with my pre-market plan and shouldn't have been chasing bearish price actions. I never really had that confirmation here in this context. And so a bad entry only compounded this mistake. Watching this closely here, just watching this closely. I'm not happy with my entry. So here's the point where I realized I had made a mistake, right? Clearly could see my entry wasn't very good and I'm not being rewarded for that decision. So this is where I realized that, hey, shouldn't have been as aggressive pre-market. Okay, watching this for a second here. So position was sized for a 15% stop loss. So I was willing to take a stop loss here at this high of day or at 15%. Still a little bit of room in my contracts. Was willing to survive a little bit, but this would have been the better stop loss. But I was compounding mistakes at this point and was unwilling to accept it at this area. Yeah, we're close to that stop loss. Yeah, bad entry here. Little bit aggressive on my entry. Even get bailed out. Indexes are now breaking back down. Right, stop loss is 251. 251 on these puts. That's 15%. Hey guys, I'm out. Fuck. My bad, guys. I'm out. So finally got stop lost here at that 15% barrier and was able to cut my loser at that point. Right, the issue with this trade was that I misidentified market conditions here pre-market, and that ended up compounding to other mistakes. So it led to a bad entry, led to me sort of, ignoring the best stop loss. Then I held on for a little bit longer than I should. Took a 15% loss, not the end of the world. But there's a lot of things that bothered me about this trade that I should have done and could have done much better.